Our surveys along the south coast discovered that the boundaries between Tarsier acoustic forms conform to geographic barriers. The Manado form, which is characteristic of Tarsier's spectrum Gurskyii, is found from the Tangkoko Nature Reserve to the eastern bank of the Bone River. On the Bone River's western bank, we discovered a new acoustic form, known as the Labano form. This acoustic form is found from that river to the Paguyaman River's eastern bank. The Gorontalo acoustic form, which is characteristic of Tarsius supriatnoi, was found on the western edge of the Paguyaman River. We found this acoustic form all along the south coast, from there to the eastern bank of the Palasa River. On the western bank of the river, we found a Tarsier social group with a duet phrase that had elements of both the Gorontalo and Tinombo forms. The Tinombo form is known as Tarsius wallacei. Unlike the south coast, surveys along the north coast revealed faunal boundaries marked by contact zones. The contact zone between the Manado and Labano forms is found at Huidu Melito, where we discovered a heterospecific social group with females from both the Manado and the Labano form. We located the contact zone between the Labano and Gorontalo forms at Zuriati, where we found a heterospecific social group. In this spectrogram, females of the Labano and Gorontalo forms called simultaneously. It was the spectrogram that alerted us to the presence of the Labano form. We found the contact zone between the Gorontalo and Tinombo forms lies at Lenju. At this locality, we found a duet call consisting of one individual that started the duet with the Gorontalo phrase and ended with the Tinombo phrase. In summary, our surveys found 4 Tarsier acoustic forms along the long northern peninsula of Sulawesi. 3 of these were previously known. The 4th was unexpected, and we tentatively proposed that it formed as a stable hybrid in the Middle Pleistocene after Tarsiers re-invaded the Gorontalo Depression, following a period of elevated ocean levels which had inundated the area. Faunal boundaries along the south coast were formed by geological barriers in the form of rivers. Faunal boundaries along the north coast were marked by contact zones that evidenced heterospecific social groups and hybridization. The shape of the northern peninsula and the nature of our study, which surveyed both coasts, allowed us to make what are to date the most accurate estimates of the extent of occurrence for any Tarsier species from Sulawesi, thereby facilitating improved conservation planning for the region.